What's up, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez, back with another player prop video for you, but here for the first time in a long time talking NBA player props over on Prizepicks. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. Listen, we got 7 player props that I want to cover in this video. But only 4 players. So that means a couple of players have multiple props that I like. I understand you can't play them all on the same slip. I know that. I beat you to it. However, I just want to give you some options. I just want to show you what I'm thinking and share some props that I really like. And from there, you can fade, you can tell, you can do whatever you want. Also, I just want to share a couple of things you can expect from me in this new NBA season concerning video quality and things like that. Just a couple of things I learned from last season doing these videos. So if all that sounds good, stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click the notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me in this channel. And without further delay, let's talk about a couple of things you can expect from me during this new NBA season. All right, one of the biggest things that I picked up on last season was brevity is king. So being more concise with my content and getting to the point. I want to say a lot of my videos last year were very long, a little too long, and I think they were upwards of like 30 minutes, some of these videos. So just learning from my mistakes or learning from my actions last NBA season. Yeah, that's one thing we'll be working on in the new season. So keeping the recorded videos brief, saving the long-windedness or whatever you want to call it for the live stream. So we'll be doing some live streams this season in covering NBA content. Really want to work more live stream content into the channel, and can't wait to get started with some NBA live stream. So a couple things you can expect from me, and then the Discord itself should be a great resource. It was around the end of the NBA season when the Discord was created. So Discord's only been live for about 6 months, maybe 7 months. I can't do the math off the top of my head, but we will be going through the entire NBA season as a Discord family together versus just the end of the NBA season and playoffs. So very, very excited about all that. Very, very excited to be sharing all that with you all. So just a few things you can expect from me, a few things to expect from the channel in the new NBA season. So you're not here to talk about that. You're not here to listen to any of that. Let's get into some of these player props. We're going to transition over into the next few slides and start covering seven player props that I like for opening night. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to spend a few moments just on these slides, and then we'll transition over to props.cash because I really need props.cash. I'll be needing props.cash a lot for the first week or so in the NBA because we won't have any games to go on. We won't have any games to look at and compare to. And I am not going to compare this season to last season and think that's exactly what's going to happen. So we'll use props.cash during this video. But here are 3 plays that I like for Austin Reeves. He is our thumbnail cover. I like his over on points. I like the over on his 3-pointers made, and I like the over on his assists. So all these I like the over on. And then over on props.cash, we'll make some adjustments to these lines because the point line is at 15.5, but on on Prizepicks, it is set to 14.5. So even at 15.5, it was coming in at -105 to go over, which not bad, but should be better odds with the lower line. Here's why I don't want to just look at last season and whatnot and use that information only to make our decisions on these plays, because last season is last season. All right, and I'm gonna work on that this year in terms of not using data that's too old, too irrelevant to make my decisions. So here's what I'm looking at for Austin Reeves. Number one, will be a very big part of this offense moving forward. Last season, he was coming off the bench. Last season, he really did not make a huge impact, until later in the season. Now, there are no surprises with this guy. Everybody knows how good he is. The Lakers made it a thing with the new contract. And so you don't do all those things, you don't have that high level of success and go back to a bench role. So I look for him to be included in this offense. I look for him to be that third option on this team behind Davis and LeBron. And I know they got a lot of new faces in LA, but it should not hurt Austin Reeves' production. So I like the over on his points. And my favorite prop is his 3-pointers made at 1.5. If you played Prizepicks, Underdog, whatever, last season, specifically Prizepicks, because you have the like the first half and second half stats or lines, you really hammered home the over on his 3-pointers for the game for first half and second half, because it felt like he would come out the locker room every game and hit a 3. And so even if he only hits 2 threes, I feel like he's good for 2 threes every game. This to me is a great line. I really like it. And then we talked about his assists, which have been bumped down from 4.5 to 4, which is why I like this one. I wasn't on it before. I'm on it now. 4.5 bumped down to 4. I like this one. So my favorite in order: 3-pointers made, points, and then assists. But those 3 props for Austin Reeves were really standing out to me, and that's why I wanted to include that in this video. So he's going to be our first player slash plays for opening night in the NBA. All right, second player, got a couple props for him. Yousef Nurkic making his Suns debut. New team, new everything for this guy. I like his points. I like his rebounds. Over on both of these. We're getting him under 10. I know it won't even take midseason before both of these are at 10 or 10 plus. So I like both of the overs here for Yousef Nurkic. So over on props.cash, again, we can pull up game logs from last season and all that stuff, but it really doesn't do us any good. Let's just focus on the facts. Number one, this is the best team he's ever been on, surrounded by the best talent he's ever had in his career. He won't be asked to do a lot of scoring, but there is not another person on this team in that starting 5 that will compete for rebounds. And I feel like he gets all the damn rebounds, especially when you have that much talent on the court, and Beal and Durant and Book pulling their man out the paint. I mean, he should swallow up a lot of boards. And I like his points also because you can get points and rebounds in the same possession, like a putback and you score a bucket. I mean, you're knocking out 3 PRA with one action, like 2 birds, 1 stone, right? So looking at the other side of the court in Golden State, there's really not a big man presence that can keep Nurkic off the glass like this, right? I mean, I don't think there is. And so hopefully he gets a full run of minutes. He's fully healthy. There should not be any, limit on his playing time or anything like that. He should mesh very well in his offense. He should get his points. He should get his boards. And I just think these 2 lines are a little low. And I do believe within a week or 2, we'll see both of these at 10 or over. So I like taking the over. I like attacking these 2 lines for Yousef Nurkic. And that is going to be our second player / player props for opening night. All right. The third player we're going to talk about is an oldie but goodie, KCP. 1.5 blocks and steals. I like the over on this one. This was almost like automatic last season and in the playoffs. I mean, KCP, I just felt like he started the game with 2 blocks and steals last year. Now, you're not always going to get the best odds on these because steals and blocks are pretty volatile. It's really hard to predict. You can't run a play for a steal and block like you can ISO and then score a bucket. But like I mentioned, in the playoffs, KCP was doing this on a daily, nightly basis. Against the Lakers last season, also very consistent with these numbers. And so when you look at that, this is not something that he just started doing or does sometimes. He's very consistent. He's a hustle stat kind of guy. And so he's going to do a little of this and a little of that. And those are the type of guys that will grab you 2+ steals and blocks per game. nothing changes with that. You know, nothing changes with that mentality. So I think this is a strong prop. I don't mind it being like a coin flip here, minus 115 on the over and under. I don't care about that. I just feel like he's in a good spot to get the over on this. And like I said, it just feels like he always starts the game with 2 blocks and steals. So we're going to go over KCP for his steals and blocks. And that is going to be our third player / prop for opening night. All right, talking about a lot of overs in this video. Well, I got an under for you. Bradley Beal under 4.5 assists. Some of you may not like this one, especially after seeing how he finished the season last year with all these damn assists over the last 10 games. But this is not last year, and he is not on the Wizards. He's on the Suns. And you have guys like Durant and Booker who will rack up assists, and not just in place of Chris Paul. Like, these guys weren't dishing out assists last season because Chris Paul was hurt. That's just part of their game. Like, they will accumulate assists throughout the game. So this is not like, oh, now that Bradley Beal's there, these other guys don't get assists. And Bradley Beal is not in Phoenix to take the place of Chris Paul. He's there to score. He's there to help them win a championship. He's there to supplement that scoring. The scoring that was expected from DeAndre Ayton, the scoring that should have been there from Chris Paul had he not been hurt so damn much down the stretch. That's what Bradley Beal is in Phoenix to do. So to me, 4.5 assists is a smidge too high. And he's no longer the best player on his team like he was in DC. So that's a fact. I look at this and I think 4 assists, sure. 5, him getting 5 assists, I don't think so. And so I'm going to roll with the under on his assist. If you don't like his assist, don't play his assist. You have 6 other player props that you can choose from. But for me personally, I like the under on his assist, and that's what I'm going to roll with. And that is going to be our 4th and final player, our 7th and final player prop covered in today's video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first NBA player prop video in the books. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the 2-game slate for opening night, as well as your thoughts on these specific player props. As always, thank you so much for stopping by the channel and checking this video out. If you have any interest in seeing how I will be building out a few slips using some of these player props, be sure to check it out in the free player prop Discord. You can find that link in the video description. So best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays or fade any of these plays. And until my next NBA player prop video, Chavez is out.